What's going on? What the goings on, y'all? It's kind of cloudy today, huh? I had to do my video somewhere else. I had to get it some better light projection. I was gonna use my my nice little lamp, but I just didn't feel like. I mean, I still can, but I don't think it's gonna give me no better lighting than I got right now. You know what I'm talking about? This look pretty decent. You know what I'm talking about? And I ain't got no pancakes today, but I got some juice. Man, it's bitter today too, cause I don't have no sugar and I ain't feel like putting no honey in it. I'm gonna just drink it straight from the berry, baby. It's strawberry, raspberry, blueberry, one apple, and one apple. You know what I'm talking about? You put a little cream and a little honey, it'll sweeten it up, cause it's a little bitter. I like it sometimes like that. I figure I'll make it a little bitter this time. I put a dash of creamer, maybe 1 ounce, if you want to get technical. You know what I'm saying? 2 ounces is always good. This just to make you a nice little 16-ounce drink. But yeah, y'all, what's going on? What the goings on? We about to get into some of these talks, some of these shutouts. You know what I'm talking about? I don't mean to offend or harm anyone. You know what I'm saying? This is my disclaimer. You know what I mean? If you don't like the jokes, you know what you could do. Find you something. You know what I'm talking about? You understand me? I'm gonna get my shout out earlier that I don't think I wrote this down. Oh yes, I did. So we don't even gotta get into it, but we gonna get into it. Shout out Sada Baby. I guess I don't know. I think this is an old airport joint. You gotta let me know. I think this is an old airport joint. But it's circulating, so let's circulate. So I guess he was in one of these Atlanta airports and one of the NBA guys decided they wanted to have a conversation. And he said, well, they ain't want to have no more conversation once they seen them gorillas. And they probably didn't want to have no more conversation once they seen them gorillas, because them gorillas don't talk. They just bad shit. You understand me? You look up, it's Sada Baby. You look up again, it's 20 Sada Babies. Mm-mm. Today I'm just into my juices. Um, but yeah, baby, shout out to you. Um, now that I'm looking at this might be a little light. Shout out to let's see who we want to talk about. Shout out to Fredro Bay. I heard you talking, but I also heard another person talking, and they was like, nigga, we be joining that nigga at the grill. So I don't know why he wanted to talk about something when you the one always getting 304. I was like, this is astronomical. He had a nerve to have something to say. And he ain't say nothing at all. He just wanted to have a joke or two. You know how it be. Motherfucker just be talking and talking because they see somebody other people talking. You know what I'm talking about? Speaking of other people talking, Blueface Mama. Be quiet, young lady. You know what I'm talking about? You saying stuff that young people would say. Talking about how your Uchi hurt. You know what I'm talking about? And you had to put it in some water. You know what I'm talking about? You needed some vinegar too, man. But anyway, you know what I'm talking about? You needed some snapbacks. And then I guess somebody said you needed attention. For you to even grab that out the air and pay it some attention, meaning you needed some attention. You know what I'm talking about? You say you old enough. You know you too old for that. You know what I'm talking about? Lately you just been talking to be talking so you can get some talking. Well, here's some talking for you. You know what I'm talking about? You need to be quiet. This is hey, they told me the same thing. You know what I'm talking about? But it is what it is. But you know, when you talking and saying too much while you talking, then you talking too much. And you old enough to make that make sense. You know what I mean? Let that man do what he doing. You know what I'm talking about? So he can keep this stream going. You fucking the stream up with your old antics. I'm just saying, you know what I'm talking about? You gotta know what you saying when you saying it. Some shit you be saying just don't need to be said. You just uttering words. Don't even know if they make sense or not. Trying to get something to hit. Quit trying to hit something. You know what I'm talking about? Speaking of hitting something, damn, Lisa Ray. This one of the ones I ain't even write down. Lisa Ray, come. No, there's fruits and berries in there. When you drinking and you still got a crunch. Oh, wee. Nice crispy apple. Anyway, Lisa Ray. You and Tracy Edmond, which is Babyface sister. You know, she probably, you know what I'm talking about? But anyway, I guess you made the Real Live Players Club, huh? Oh, man. But anyway, I guess Lisa Ray and Gary Payton had an on again and off again relationship while he was still married. I don't know, people like to debunk things like this. Oh, no, I never. And I hung out with her a few times, but it was just hanging out. You know, just like Lala Anderson saying, oh, them blue trucks wasn't Yo Gotti's, the black trucks wasn't Yo Gotti's trucks. It was just the neighbors doing the neighbors. You know what I'm talking about? Come on, bro. We too old for this. You know what I'm talking about? You did it, it's done, it's done. You know what I'm saying? It was just in the dark, now it's in the light now. That's all. You know what I mean? Back in the 90s, hey, it wasn't even frowned upon. You doing you. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep it quiet. Well, now you can't do you. Because it ain't quiet. You know what I'm talking about? So, hey. You should have been, if you'd have been honest in the beginning, we wouldn't be talking about it right now. But everybody want to talk about it right now. Because it's what's going on when it's going on. So we're going to pray for you, Tracy. And we're going to pray for young Gary Payton. Because I know he going through it. Oh, my God, my business in the street. And Gary Payton ain't even the nigga that like his business in the street. Neither does Lisa Ray. Lisa Ray gonna have something slick to say, but guess what? You shouldn't have been sliding. If you wasn't slicking and sliding, then we wouldn't be talking about your kind of oil. You know what I'm talking about? So keep your can clean. You know what I mean? And then we won't have these mishaps. You won't have no vegetable oil leaking out the side. Forget my language. Yeah, you won't have no vegetable oil leaking out the side, ma'am. You'll be squeaky clean. But ain't nobody. It was the 90s when nobody's squeaky clean, so it's all understandable. You know what I'm talking about? And you was always the one. We ain't even worried about her because she ain't never got nothing going on. The whole time you got it all going on. You was fine too, mind you. So it ain't like a nigga didn't slide down a slippery slope and it was a nice pole. You know what I'm talking about? Already. Speaking of nice poles, man, it was a pole left out there with the rod. You know how you just looking at a fishing pole, you looking at the string, like is the string caught up on my rod, ass nigga? I guess Young Thug decided to be a motivational speaker, and he was speaking motivation that he heard before. And niggas, instead of you saying you heard it before, you just proceeded on like you made that shit up, and then didn't even. I know what you was talking about, but it didn't even sound right. You know what I'm talking about? Talking about the bird flying over the field. It's cold, so he decides to come down. While he was coming down, he came down a little too fast, hit the ground, and was injured. His wing was injured, so the cow shitted on it. Excuse my language, pardon my French. I don't mean to offend or harm anyone, and so on and so forth. But yeah, you proceeded on like you made that shit up. You damn sure didn't. Well, this sounded good, didn't it? To you. You know what I mean? But go ahead, Young Thug. You sound smart, so I'm going to let you be smart, young man. That shit was hilarious, good guy. Real. Let's see. What else we going to talk about, young ladies? Oh, shout out to the Black Church. You know what I mean? Maybe I need to go and look at that young man one more time so I can get his information. But yeah, I guess it was a black church, and a young man decided to have his joking intake on the Marvin Sapp situation. Marvin Sapp, he said, we don't gotta lock our doors over here. You understand me? You know what I mean? You want to spend that dollar, spend that dollar. We don't need, you know what I mean? We ain't gonna come looking for you. Now mind you, this same black church gave $1 million to about 300 homes. So, I mean, I don't know, but that's what you're supposed to do with the money. You're supposed to collect the money and then give it to the community as needed. That's what you're collecting the money for. You pick a time and a place God gonna tell you, and then you issue it out. If you're a real minister and you really practice what you preach, you know what I'm saying? If you're a God-fearing man, he definitely gonna come to you. You just gotta be willing to listen. I mean, really channel in so that it's the truth and it's not fabrication. It's a lot of fabrication or fabrication around this mother. So everybody got something to say and they don't be saying nothing. It just be a whole lot of jibber jabber. I'd be like, man, these guys be putting up hoax. The hosts with the most, you know what I'm talking about? This is definitely the green machine looking ass niggas. What a mystery, ass niggas. Should be crazy. I'd be like, man, this nigga lying for $1 ass nigga. Excuse my language. Ooh wee. That one went down the wrong pipe. That must have been some fiber. You know what I'm talking about? Got my eyes watering, y'all. Forgive me. Let's see what we gonna talk about now. I'm gonna get to that. You know what I'm talking about? Shout out to Yo Gotti. You know what I'm talking about? You feel me? I guess we're gonna reimagine this again. Yo Gotti said a lot of truths. You know what I'm talking about? At least the truth is coming true right now. Was he a fortune teller? I'm just saying. Because now that he gone, you got to look at it the way he was going about it. Was he really telling the truth? You know what I'm saying? Niggas need to reinvent his shit. Maybe you might have something going. Because I guess I dropped something in my story about Yo Gotti talking about a young man. You know what I'm talking about? And this particular young man seen something that was hot and jumped on it. He been a culture vulture while being in the culture for years. And ain't nobody never gone, you know what I'm saying? I remember in like 2000, 2001. This was back when I had me a little, I'm getting out the hood phase, and I started washing cars for a living. I did it for like 2 years. One time I was doing it, cars for Ford company and shit. My daddy taught me how to detail, and I took that detailing information and went and got me a management job at my uncle's car wash situation. And I got relatively good to the point where, you know, I was opening and closing myself. And I got one of these details. It was a bad detail. I guess she was probably riding or something and threw up in the car. It was real bad. It took me down there 2 days to clean it, but I got it immaculate. And for a thank you in a conversation, she told me about the young individual that Yo Gotti was talking about, and how in a time he's really considered a copycat. You feel me? And I fast forward all the way to Yo Gotti talking about how Jay-Z is a copycat. Forgive my language. I don't mean to offend or harm anyone. This is my disclaimer. But yeah, we need to reimagine that, because he said that a lot. Was he telling the truth? You know what I'm talking about? I'm just saying, already. Let's see, where we at? Oh, we're gonna talk about these guys before we get up out of here too, huh? Yeah, because we already talked about, okay. So, Let's shout out to Floyd Mayweather. I guess you done got yourself in a little bit of a debacle, huh, young man? You know what I'm talking about? Your money done got a little funny, huh? Niggas, you seen you wasn't gonna get no hell of a payout for that Pacquiao fight, so I guess it just ain't gonna happen. You went from a fight to an exhibition to nothing going on at all. Next thing I know, I look up, they taking your homes. You know what I'm talking about? On the tax evasion attempt. Is you broke, sir? You talking all that money stuff, and it wasn't your money to begin with. Dig that. Oh, how the mighty have fallen. But I guess we gonna try to figure that out, huh? You gonna have some slick. Oh, I got this car. Let's watch these houses. Then even your car's watching houses. You know what I'm talking about? I'm just saying. You know what I mean? Everybody committing some type of brokerage deals and all this other stuff to make money look like money does. But money ain't doing nothing for you. You know what I'm talking about? If you ain't getting it organically, you probably ain't getting it. You know what I mean? People love to talk about how they got it going on, but never got nothing going on. You know what I'm talking about? You know what's going on? Floyd, I hope you got something going on, sir, because the way it's looking, you broke. Ain't that what that one kid say? You know what I'm talking about? When they told him he had he had $1.25, he say, so what can you get with that? He say, so what does that mean? He say, shit, we broke. Nigga, you broke, my G. Speaking of broke, I seen this one young man, he decided to talk about the Democrats and how they always changing the situation, especially to best suit them. And that's just what they do. They've been doing it for hundreds of thousands of years. The Republicans needed somebody to go against because they got tired of Republican versus Republican. We damn near repeating ourselves because we all want the majority of us want the same shit. You know what I'm saying? It was just behind the scenes. Some of the Democrats wanted to change. You know what I'm saying? They ain't necessarily wanted to free the slaves. They just wanted better treatment for the slaves. And then the better treatment, some of the Republicans, which was from the North, they wanted the same thing. You feel me? Just better treatment. We don't want to get rid of them because they're good workers. You feel me? Just when the system start being in play. But I ain't finna get off into that because then it'll be this conversation be 10, 20 minutes about how they switch roles and everybody wanted something from everybody, but didn't nobody really wanted to talk about it. What was happening while you was talking, them niggas over there, them slaves was talking too. You feel me? And that's where the revolt happened. We like, look, nigga, we not finna keep working. We not finna keep working for weed, but we not finna keep killing these people. I'm killing my brother, my uncle now. For what? Some pork and beans and hot dogs? It ain't finna work out. So we finna just all move over to this one side that's doing more for us than the other side. That's all. One side was doing more than the other side. And that's how the West was run. In so many words. Because they moved them from the South. Once the South started hanging out with the North, we moved west. You know what I'm talking about? And them West people, they really didn't know what was going on. So it was easy pickings. And that's why they never tried it. But see, I told you, I just keep going. So shout out to the Democrats. I hope y'all get it together because I don't think you're going to be able to get the black vote back. You lied too many times. You said it was this and it really was that. You know what I'm talking about? And this is just as simple as that. Let's say we did such and such. We did Hoochie Holla. Let's talk about, shout out to Mr. Campbell. Your little boo thing that passed away. You had a nerve to talk about your boo thing and Dr. York. You are crazy. Like, man, you love debunking and belittling. You the most belittling motherfucker I ever met in my life. You ain't never bigging a nigga up. You always tearing a nigga down. You wondering why your support system went down. Cause people getting everybody, nigga don't want to talk shit every day. Sometimes they want to laugh. You know what I'm talking about? This is crazy. Sometimes they want to laugh. They don't want to cry. Everybody, you don't want to cry every day, sir. You don't want to cry every day. But you seem to think that's what it is, so that's what it's going to be. You continue. I'm wondering what you're going to do with your material now. The person with the best material is gone. You know what I'm talking about? This you going to go at Dr. York? It's been done. You seen what happened to him? Debunked. So, I'm praying for you, good brother, but I don't know what your niche gonna be. The Bambata died. We don't speak on the dead, so what you gonna speak on? You gonna come hang out with the Detroit Cats? We not buying that, so more power to you, though, good brother. On all your endeavors. You know what I'm talking about? Already. Let's see who. Oh my goodness. Let me see. Let me make sure before we get off into this. Shout out to Gucci Mane. Gooch. Man, where you from, Gooch? I've seen you hanging out in Akron, Ohio before. I was probably it was back in my traveling days, so I was probably in my 20s. This early 2002. This back when people from Atlanta, I don't give out names, so people from Atlanta was bringing real ecstasy. By 2008, it was fake as hell. I want to say 2005, but 2008, nigga was trying to figure out how to get $1. So I say 2005. You know what I'm talking about? But yeah, bro. And I'm like, damn. When I seen that he was finna make something, and it's coming out at 12 o'clock, I was say, we finna get the old Gucci. I done got geeked and shit. I'm like, oh, he finna. I know you finna talk your shit about the situation, but I didn't know you was gonna talk about the whole situation and how a nigga tricked you and got you there and the nigga still writing for you. We know all that. If you would have metaphorically spoke it instead of having AI do it for you, now this is the shit where AI did it for you and you did it yourself. It's easy to tell because you got a symptomatic format. Your shit's simple, so it's easy for the AI to pick up on it. But he ain't gonna say nothing but some simple shit. You know goddamn well your brain worked better than that. You could have came up with a code. You could have came up with formidable 4 to 5, maybe 5, 4. I'll give you 4 because you Gucci. 4 metaphors in each one of them verses. But the best verses we ever heard all year, at least all year anyway. God damn, you ain't even try. You just put what you was gonna say in the machine. You probably got a machine to just take the words from you, and you put them in there, and you put that shit out. You probably didn't give it a listen or nothing, and you can't debunk none of this shit because it's real. It really happened. It just wasn't in the format you made. Then you had the same beat. It was like, man, it's just boring. That's all it is. And it ain't that it ain't good. It was definitely good. If I'm just rating the lyrics, it was about a 7. The beat was the same, so you only gonna get a 0.5 for that. So you did a 7.5 out of 10. That's in the performance aspect, as many CDs as I done seen you make, nigga. You was one of the first underground niggas. Niggas like you, Ludacris, Yo Gotti, fucking Young Dolph, nigga, I could name about another 2 or 3 motherfuckers. But you was in that top 10 of underground motherfuckers. You had BG. Nigga, y'all had 30,000 CDs. Nigga, I couldn't get enough of Gucci Mane. You had so many goddamn CDs. So I know you know how to rap. Nigga, you gonna put it in the AI's hands. That's your woman talking. That ain't you, my G. You know what I'm talking about? You could have did way better than that. That's all I'm saying. I ain't saying it was garbage. Because I see a lot of motherfuckers like, that shit was wiggity wet to the whack back. But them people don't know music. I'm talking about musically inclined motherfuckers. You didn't try. That's all it was. You didn't try, Gucci. I wish you would have tried, bro. Real nigga shit. This real nigga. Nigga, you should have tried. You didn't try nothing. You just put some words together and let that shit go. And for all the future that want to be rappers, try, bro. If you try, you shall succeed, man. It ain't nothing but a little bit of putting together a little thought process. You know what I'm talking about? If I tell you, then I'll be telling you me. Shout out to Detroit in the all right. You know what I'm talking about? I've been talking about Detroit too. Between Detroit and the situation I've been talking about. We gonna get to the situation because I know that's what everybody's cliffhanging on, but we're gonna talk about that. Anyway, shout out to Detroit. If you can't make it in Detroit, you can't make it nowhere. Cause we gonna debunk all the bullshit you be on. We gonna find out what street you on, who you know, what school you went to, how you went there, if you made money, and what money did you make, if you was in the street, what street you was on when you was there, all that shit. So, nigga, you can't come to Detroit and say you moved any kind of brick. Cause we gonna know what brick you moved, who you moved it for, who was affiliated with the bricks and everything else. But if you went to school and you played the violin, we still gonna support that. Because you was a real motherfucker from the D saying I play the violin. And we coming to the orchestra. We pulling up. Because this is, you know what I'm talking about? This the city right here. You know what I'm talking about? This the big D, not the little one. You know what I'm talking about? Hey, we got a whole statue to go like this. We looking at people. We ain't looking at the sun. We know the sun over there. We looking at the people. What they doing? You know what I'm talking about? Already. So shout out to Calico. He said it best. If you from here, you better be from around here, because we gonna see if you here. You know what I'm talking about? Shout out to you, Calico. We might have a few more before we, let's see. No, I don't think so. I think we gonna get straight to it, y'all. So, I'm strolling down my timeline. And what do I see? I'm talking about, what was I watching? I was watching that one light-skinned funny guy. I'm gonna remember his name tomorrow too. You know what I'm talking about? And he be making funnies like sometimes how I be making funnies when I'm doing my live feed. He was talking about I don't know how he hate when niggas come to this, he was talking about how he hates snitches. And I'm laughing. I'm like, this nigga funny as hell, shit. So as I'm looking at his shit was probably about 2-3 minutes. So I say 10 minutes. And then I see a scuffle. So I'm gonna keep it all the way funky, because this the nigga I want to talk to you anyway. But I'm like, damn, that's a scuffle. Woo. Damn, what the hell is that? It didn't even got no name or nothing on it, so I knew it was something. So I'm like, okay, let me keep scrolling. So I scroll down again. I see this guy, J. Prince Jr. I'm like, what is J. Prince Jr. doing? J. Prince Jr. is in his car. Cocaine is a hell of a drug, by the way. This nigga got a whole muscle and a woman licking the muscle. I say, this man is out of his mind. The fuck is he thinking? You know what I'm talking about? He got a woman licking his muscles? Man, and then niggas is filming it like it's okay. I'm like, oh yeah, this shit is astronomical. You know what I'm talking about? Blasphemy. Jay Prince would never do no shit like this. Shout out you, Unc. Unc, you never did nothing like this. You know what I'm talking about? These new kids is crazy because you my ass. So you part of that. You know what I'm talking about? We right before their generation, but we ain't teach them nothing. So we might as well be part of it. Awesome. I can't beat them. I might as well join them. Man, that's why I be chilling, bro. Because you ain't finna catch me hanging out with my sister. And we close. Real close. Like, I'm talking about this close. You know what I'm talking about? So, but you ain't gonna catch me hanging out with my kids. You ain't gonna catch me doing none of that. I'm doing me. And if I ain't doing me, then I ain't doing nothing. But anyway, he hanging out with motherfuckers younger than him. He trying to make a spectacle of himself. Blah, 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 blah. So I guess they go up in the club. And Jay Prince sees All-Star JR across the room. You talking about? They chilling, they hanging. He got some of the NBA guys with him. So I guess he tell an NBA guy and Ben 10. NBA Ben 10. Now, NBA Ben 10, nigga. Why are you listening to the next man? Plus, your name is NBA Ben 10. Do you know what Ben 10 is? I motherfucking literally bought Ben 10 for 5 straight years. Did Christmases with Ben 10 and everything. Ben 10 is a watch. And then I don't know what kind of complexion he is, because it depends on where you watching it at. He might be Mexican, he might be a Caucasian, he might be a black dude. Depending on where you watching it. You know, my kid watched it everywhere, from Disney Channel to YouTube to Netflix. I'm telling you, I did like 5 years with Ben 10. I know what Ben 10 is. So Ben 10 is a watch. And then he tapped the watch. It's a green watch. And ain't never been no other color, gray. But it's a green watch. He tapped the watch. And whatever creature he wants to be, he turns into that creature. So he could be an alligator. He could be a fish. He could be a whale. He could be a fucking a stingray. You know, notice most of them is ocean creatures, right? You know what I'm talking about? But anyway, Ben 10 can turn into whatever he needed to turn into in order to keep the environment safe. So how the fuck you keeping the environment safe, my dog, but you over here? You know what I'm talking about? That's what your name mean. I'm just saying, Ben 10. I'm like, this motherfucker's supposed to be in the forest somewhere. He out here fucking with the All-Star. From the D, mind you. I guess you all niggas learn, nigga. Detroit niggas ain't playing that. This is the second time you done win at the second time. You done win out of Detroit, nigga, and he found you something to do. You need to leave them Detroit niggas the fuck alone, Jay Prince. All that woofing. Nigga, you was over there high. I ain't gonna say you was high. You know what I'm talking about? I ain't gonna say you was over there high. Excuse my French, young man. But you definitely was over there when you wasn't over there. You ain't put in none of the melee. And when them bullets rang out, you got the fuck on today. You know what I'm talking about? Peekaboo Charlie. What we are not talking about though, and you know I gotta play devil's advocate when it comes to certain shit. So, as the case, that man finna, you know what I'm saying? He definitely gonna fight for self-defense. That's what he's definitely gonna do. And for them to charge him, hey, these be the casualties sometime. You know what I'm talking about? Because we ain't talking about the two young men. And shout out to their family. You know what I'm talking about? I'm sorry that you had to witness this debacle because another motherfucker wanted to tell you what to do. But you can't be a crash dummy. You know what I'm talking about? This is what happens when you listening to a whole nother nigga. He off drugs, bro. This nigga just kissed his motherfucking bicep. You should not be listening to a man that's almost 50 kissing his bicep. I ain't listening to nothing he talking about. But I guess that's just the Detroit in me. I'm looking at you like you done lost your mind today. At least today, anyway. I ain't fucking around with the fucking around. Matter of fact, when we get ready to go in the club, I ain't even going in the club. I'm gonna sit right here in this car and look at Instagram. You coming in? No, bro. Shit, my stomach hurt. I'm about to call my wife, see what she got going on. You pussy ass nigga, fuck it, shit. I don't know, I ain't feeling good. I'll probably give me some Uber Eats right here. Matter of fact, I'm finna order me some McDonald's. You know what I'm talking about? Shit, McDonald's ain't gonna make your belly feel no better. Listen, shit, I give me 2 shakes, I'ma be all right. All right, bro, we'll catch up with you. And I would let them do what they was doing. You know what I'm talking about? Especially with a name like Ben 10. God damn. I'd have looked at my watch. Oh, I'm turning into a fish. I need some scales. You understand me? I need to weigh my options looking at that nigga Ben 10. Great. I think his name was Ben 10. Astronomical. But anyway, Ben 10. I think I'm gonna say that nigga name. I'm just saying because I'm talking about my son had many watches. Nigga, he had to watch where it click and you turn it and then it say what the animal is. I'm talking about we had been 10 for years, baby. Okay, I wonder when my wife probably didn't heard it by now. She probably laughing too. Anyway, let's see. We talked about All Star. We talked about the melee. The melee at the Barclay. Young crazy people are crazy, man. Let's see. That might be it, y'all. We might get on up out of here. You know what I'm talking about? I done talked about this. I done talked about that. You understand me? You dig? And with all that being said, as the old saying goes, the smoke's gone, I'm gone.